Welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein, and welcome to today's daily reading for James Allen's Daily Meditations. Excuse me. I am extremely excited to bring you May 30th. May's just been a great month so far. Absolutely blown away by it. I'm excited to see what these last 2 days got in store for us. So here we go. This will be fresh to you and fresh to me, meaning this will be the first time I hear or read this meditation right on the podcast with you. So I'm excited to do it. So here we go. You'll get my genuine response, reactions, observations, whatever relate to about the reading. So this is May 30th of James Allen's Daily Meditations. Train your mind to grasp the great law of causation, which is unfailing justice. Then you will see, not with fleshly eyes, but with the pure and single eye of truth. You will then understand your nature, perceiving how, as a mental being, you have evolved through countless ages of experience, how you have risen through the unbroken line of lives from low to high, and from high to higher still, how the ever-changing tendencies of the mind have been built up by thought and action, how your deeds have made you what you are. That's quite a long sentence. Thus, understanding your own nature, you will understand the nature of all things, and will dwell always in compassion. You will understand the great law, not only universally and in the abstract, but also in its particular application to individuals. Then self will be ended, it will be dispersed like a cloud, and truth will be all in all. Find no room for hatred, no room for self, no room for sorrow. Well, this was an interesting reading today. I'm excited to go through it again. With that opening line, I like this when he talks about it. Train your mind to grasp the great law of causation, which is unfailing justice, right? Like, what you do has an effect. The things you say have an effect. How you live has an effect. What your intentions are have an effect. These are big things to kind of point out. So I enjoy readings where this is the main thing, the train your mind to grasp the great law of causation, which is unfailing justice. You will get the results of what you put in. So now let's go to the actual body of this one. Then you will see, not with fleshly eyes, but with the pure and single eye of truth. It's interesting. There's a lot of references today to the third eye, the all-seeing eye, things like that. Very and it's in the spiritual world. It's all over the place. So, so to see something of similar in nature being referenced here is always interesting. Again, it's kind of like the path of rediscovery we're going on here when going through this stuff. Then you will see, not with fleshly eyes, not with what you can see in this materialistic world, but with the pure and single eye of truth. Now, this is a very long sentence, unless I misread this. This is long, lots of commas. So, you will then understand your nature, perceiving how, as a mental being, you have evolved through countless ages of experience, how you have risen through an unbroken line of lives, from low to high, from high to higher still. How the ever-changing tendencies of the mind have been built up by thought and action. How your deeds have made you what you are. So this is just expanding upon that. Okay, so just how for you to come to be in this exact form, in this exact way, there's had to been many that have come before you, and how all of your experiences play into who you are today. That last line, I'm going to read the last two sections of this. How the ever-changing tendencies of the mind have been built up by thought and actions. How your deeds have made you what you are. Right? Like, so how what you think about, how you think about it, and what you do shapes, right? The ever-changing tendencies of the mind have been built. We built how our mind works. We build what our mind thinks about. We build our lives and our character, right? Through our thought and action. And then this last one, how your deeds made you what you are. When you understand the law of causation, you will understand how your deeds have made you what you are today. That's an important perspective to take, and it's an important understanding to have. Thus, this is the second paragraph here. Thus, understanding your own nature, you will understand the nature of all beings and will dwell always in compassion. This understanding, things have happened for you to get to where you are. Things have happened for me to get to where I am. Right? My own decisions have placed me in this position. My own ignorance, more so, has made me susceptible to choosing poorly in my life in a lot of ways up until now. So, when you can understand that, and understand where these things come from and the fear that originates before any other pain that occurs, or the fear that originates before any actions are taken, is important. It helps you grasp onto that perspective of empathy and compassion for another human being. It almost removes the evil from a person. It brings them back to human, in a sense of understanding that there's been choices that have been made along that individual's journey, just like there were choices that were made along mine. Here we go, next sentence. You will understand the great law, not only universally and in the abstract, but also in the particular application to individuals, right? That our thought life, our deeds, and our soul and our heart form our character and form our ability to follow truth, form our ability to participate in this world and in this life. And that's hugely important, right? Not, I like how we said universally and in the abstract, but also in the particular application to individuals, right? I think a lot of thought and a lot of time gets given to the 3,000 view out. Not enough gets given to the individual one-on-one. When it comes to spirituality and spiritual attainment and spiritual progress, spiritual living. The self will be ended. Oh, this part's great. The self will be ended. Right? And you'll quit thinking about yourself as in a selfish way. You'll quit desiring for yourself to get over on everybody else and to just make those self-centered and selfish decisions in your life anymore. You'll have more compassion and understanding, consideration for others, and be more others and God-centered or truth-centered or whatever you want to call it. It will be dispersed like a cloud, and the truth will be all in all. Because when you can get yourself out of the picture, you can see the entire picture. You can see how the truth is interwoven into every aspect of these things, how the truth is this path through this world and the spiritual way of living. You'll see how the truth is actually the pathway to freedom. And discipline in the practice of it is the actions we must take. All right. This last line. Find no room for hatred, no room for self, no room for sorrow. Get rid of these things. Practice love. Practice truth. Practice presence. And you will find no room for hatred, no room for self, and no room for sorrow in your life. When you practice the opposite, your life will expand and grow and mature and develop into this beautiful thing you never knew was possible to have. I say that all the time because it's true for me. So, that'll be it for today. Thank y'all for joining me again today for another reading. That was a great reminder. The law of causation, excuse me. Remember, what we put into this world, we will get back out of it. Right? All of our actions and thoughts and intentions have a consequence. So, thank y'all for joining me today, though. I look forward to how tomorrow ends. May's finishing up tomorrow, and we're into June, so we'll see what goes on. Until next time, thanks.